I should have been did this. I'm using coconut butter and everything. I am Darius, this is Sugarless Crystals, your sugar-free destination of YouTube. Enjoy me. I'm guilt-free. Indulge. Coconut butter, almond flour muffins, or keto muffins, keto cupcakes, whatever you want to call it. All right. The funny thing about this, if you guys have never had coconut butter before, it's that butter that you eat it and like it gets stuck in your throat and like you're taking it down and you're kind of like, oh, it's like super thick. I have no idea why the consistency is so bad, but let's dive into this recipe, okay? We're gonna get 6 cupcakes out of this, and we're gonna have 1 cup of almond flour, 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, 1/4 cup of granulated sweetener. Now, any sweetener of your choice will work just fine, but it must be granulated or either powdered. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix all those together and we'll move on to our wet ingredients. Now, here we have 3 tablespoons of coconut butter. Coconut butter is simply pureed coconut. Like, that's all it is. And it's very expensive, I must say that much. It's a little, I definitely prefer it over nut butters. If you're a nut butter fan, that's fine. And a secret tip, if you want to swap a nut butter out for these cupcakes, you can actually do that. But coconut butter brings a wonderful flavor to it, I must say. Like, it's amazing. And it gives you something else to do with it rather than just spoon it in the mouth. Spoon it in your mouth can be a little dangerous. Trust me, I've lived it, I've been there. 1/4 cup of melted butter. You actually have the option to make this a completely dairy-free dessert. All you have to do is swap out the butter for coconut oil. Don't swap out the coconut butter. The coconut butter is already dairy-free, but swap out the regular butter for simply coconut oil, and everything will come through just fine. You'll actually probably get a stronger coconut flavor, to be honest. 1 teaspoon of liquid stevia and 1 teaspoon of coconut extract. We're gonna try to spice up the coconut flavor in it because we're only using 3 tablespoons of the coconut butter. It's gonna bring more of a consistency, but the flavor isn't gonna be too strong because I dialed back a little bit with the coconut butter because of the carb count. Got a little tied up there with my words, but I got it. And 2 eggs. We're gonna mix everything together and we're gonna put them inside of silicone cupcake liners. What do you call those things? Muffin liners. Or if you don't have those, you can use paper. But I'm telling you, those silicone ones, there's something serious about them. I mean, they just pop right out like no problem whatsoever. And then you're gonna use about 1 tablespoon of unsweetened coconut to add to each one of them. A tablespoon should be just fine, actually more than enough. Place all 6 muffins or keto cupcakes inside the oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes. Now, with the top being coated with coconut, you still have to do the toothpick test, but you know, just kind of keep an eye out for things. But 300 degrees, about 15 to 20 minutes should do the trick. Mine came out at about 20 minutes, but that's my particular oven. So something about this shredded coconut. To me, shredded coconut just isn't the same without the sugar in it. Cause coconut flavor is still very wonderful, but the shredded coconut, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Comment below if you feel the same way or if it's something different, but it just doesn't do it for me. And to be honest, the shredded coconut on the top, if you want to avoid the extra carbs or the extra fat, it isn't even needed. Because to be honest, it brings more of a texture flavor than overall flavor, to be honest. If you see in the video, you will notice that even though I had pressed down on it, most of the coconut still falls off the top. Some of it does stay in there, but it's just, I don't know. Kind of like the sprinkles in my keto birthday cake recipe. It just, you don't have to do it. But that texture though, do you see that texture? Oh yeah. Make sure I don't have that on my face. Those are something special. The coconut butter, it just brings something different to the recipe. And it just does something to the moisture factor in the overall cupcake. And to be honest, the coconut extract helps with the coconut flavor, but the coconut butter, it brings in more of a vanilla feel. I know it's hard to understand, or maybe even a milky feel, I guess you could say. I might play with that. I might be able to come up with some things. You better watch out. I might come up with some things. I can really do some stuff with that. That flavor of what it did to the cupcake. Just head out to the store and make these tonight. I highly recommend it. Like you won't be upset whatsoever. Now I can say if you're looking for more of a big impact from the coconut extract, from the coconut flavor, you can add an extra teaspoon of the coconut extract in there because it's not very strong at all. And the flavor of the cupcake does overpower the shredded coconut on top. As I said, it doesn't bring much to the recipe at all, but it looks nice in the pictures. Or if you don't want to go for a coconut flavor, you can always swap it out for a vanilla extract. That's gonna wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. This is the home of keto desserts. I know. Well, I mean, you know, we're the sugar-free destination too. But the keto desserts, like we good over here. I am Darius, this is Sugarless, because it's your sugar-free destination of YouTube. I'm not a chef. No, I'm an entertainer. Bye.